Welcome back to Summit Sunrise. Snowy powder day here. I'm here with Amy Brewer from Brewer Law Offices. Now they've called in only 2 inches of snow at the resorts, but it's been snowing since like 5:30. So what would you say? I know you have clients today at Brewer Law Offices, and people are expecting you to be in the office. But say something happened and you had to go skiing today. What do you think? How much snow do you think at the resort?
Oh, I don't know. It looks to me more like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think it's like we're in about a half foot of snow.
Foot.
At least. So don't drive. Brewer Law Offices, your specialty, modality of what you do.
I do workers' compensation, personal injury, and Social Security disability cases.
And I think it's a lot of people I don't think are aware that they are actually covered under workman's compensation. Almost any company, if you have a paycheck, generally you're covered, correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
And now what about same thing with construction, restaurants, bars, anything?
Yeah, there's a lot of misconception out there that just because an employer calls you an independent contractor that you're not covered, and that's actually not true. As long as you're an hourly employee working under the direction and control of someone else, you are eligible for coverage under the Workers' Compensation Act.
Now, say the process, someone's on the job, they get injured. What is the protocol, the process to assure that you're not only you're documented, but you're covered?
The very first thing you should do if you're injured on the job is go to your employer and give a written report of what happened, and also keep a copy for yourself.
Right.
And then at that point, the employer is supposed to turn in the claim to the insurance carrier, and then your medical bills are covered, your lost wages are covered, and at the end of the case, if you have permanent damage, you receive some permanent benefits.
So the bottom line, say you're in a job that requires mobility, you break your leg. You're covered, so your salary should be included or provided until you're back up at it and you can actually work again.
Right, that's exactly correct.
Now, that is the best case scenario. That's how it's supposed to work. How often does that case prevail, and what do you do if it doesn't?
Well, if it doesn't, you should call me. And my website is amybrewer.com, and my phone number is 453-4753. I do give a free consultation because so many times people have medical benefits that are denied, or they're not being paid their lost wages correctly, if at all, and there's ways to address that.
Now, obviously, you've been practicing law for 30 plus years.
30.
More than that?
No, only 20.
Oh, 20, okay. You've been alive for 30
Yeah,
plus
right.
years. Okay, so you've been practicing
I
for...
graduated law school really young.
Did you really? Well, you know what? With this snow, though, this snow, we all look different. It's all just blurred. Plus, I'm not wearing my contacts, and I think I got cataracts because of the job. So I'm going to talk to you about some compensation. But you've been doing this for 20 plus years, and this is your modality right now. So if you're doing this as a specialty, my guess is there is a need for this specialty. So often is the case that people are not getting there, and the insurance companies and the employers are not meeting their obligation.
That's absolutely correct. And what I find a lot is that the insurance adjusters get a hold of the case, and they'll try to just deny, and see if the injured person will go away.
Yeah, and I can relate to that. I've never been injured on the job, but any of us that have dealt with an insurance company, and often you're dealing with somebody that at some far off planet that you're talking to on the phone that has no, like I went to my gala and I said, well, listen, I broke my shoulder and I need this special ice thing so that I can get back at it, and it circulates. Whatever. She had no idea what it was. She wasn't a doctor. She was an adjuster. I go, my doctor says I need it. She goes, well, according to my form, it's not covered. And I imagine that happens almost with any accident or injury.
Oh, it sure does. It really does. And so I give a free consultation so people can come in and we can talk about that stuff. And if it's a problem that they can easily address themselves, then usually I'll give some advice on how to handle it. Frequently I see things where surgery is denied, or wages have been denied. Even something as small as a $60 back brace has been denied. In those cases, I can take in front of an administrative law judge, and the judge will say, yes, insurance company, you have to pay.
Yeah. Now I know you're not acquainted with this scenario, but I'll just give you a hypothetical. Sometimes if you owe a bookie money, okay, and you're not paying that bookie money, you say, I don't have it. And, a lot of times, you feel comfortable saying that. But if that bookie sends some guy named Bruno to see you, you're more inclined to pay that debt. And you're the kind of the Bruno to the healthcare company.
I hope so.
Yeah, and so give us a website.
The website is amybrewer.com or amybrewerlaw.com.
Right,
I always
right.
forget that.
Yeah.
But my office is right above Bank of the West in Breckenridge, and my telephone is 970-453-4753. I give a free consultation. Please come in early. Don't wait, because the sooner you come in, the sooner I can get a problem handled.
Yeah, you might want to change your website to Bruno.
There you go, bruno.com.
I was going to say Guido, but I think that's politically incorrect. We'll be back with more. You're watching Summer Sunrise. It is dumping out here. Well, I'm going to give you the weather and the snow report shortly. You're going to have to disregard that because it's been snowing since those numbers are called in. So stay tuned for that. Don't go away.